Hey y'all, this is part 2 of my NumPy tutorial in Python. We're going to talk about adding rows and columns, deleting rows and columns, and then also some sorting functions with NumPy. So I'm going to use this example I've used in a couple other videos. So let's say we have a couple students and we have their grades for 3 different classes. So first, what we're going to do to add a row to this array is we're going to say the name of the row or the name of the array equals append parentheses, the name again, and then bracket, bracket, and now we're going to type in the row that we want to add. So let's say, we're just going to say grandma. And then her 3 grades, bracket, bracket, and then the axis is 0 since we are adding a row. And then let's just go ahead and print that. Oh, and then we also have to make sure we say from NumPy import asterisk all of the input arrays must have the same number of dimensions. Looks like they do. Maybe they don't. Oh, this last row has 4 numbers. Sorry about that. Let's try it again. So as you can see, it's really sensitive to whether or not, not sensitive, it just matters whether or not all these rows have the same dimensions when you're adding a row using NumPy. So make sure that your array has even dimensions and that you are adding a row that has the same number of columns as all the other rows. So let's go ahead and add a column. We're going to say A equals insert function, and then we're going to say the name of our array, and then the second argument is going to specify which column we're adding to. So let's say we want to add a 5th column. We're going to say 4, and then the next, everything after that is going to be what we're adding into that column. So we have an outer bracket, and then we have each individual number has its own brackets around it, and this is just how you have to do it for the columns. It's a little different than adding a row where you can just put outer brackets and then type the whole row. These all have to have their own separate brackets, and again the dimensions have to be the same. So we currently have, actually we're going to make this first one be English. We currently have 5 students, so we're going to need 3 more numbers. Outer brackets, and hopefully I have those dimensions correct. And then the last thing we're going to say is axis equals 1. And then let's print that new array. Okay, so look down here, you can see that now we have a column of English grades. So yeah, this is useful if you want to like maybe add another class or add another category in your array. And then the next thing I want to talk about is deleting elements using the NumPy functions. So we're going to start off by doing this just in the shell because it's easier for now. So let's call this, let's say, import NumPy as NP. And then we're going to name our array just ARR equals np.array, parentheses. And then let's do a 2x3 array. Alright. Oh, outer bracket, parentheses. And then to delete a row, we're going to say np dot delete, and we are going to say the name of our array. Let's say we want to delete the second row, so we're going to say 1, and then it's along the 0 axis. So you use 0 for deleting a row. And then it prints back the new matrix. We didn't name it to a new variable, so that's technically that's not really the new matrix, but that's just showing you what it would look like if you deleted that row. So let's try it with a column, exactly the same, but this time the third argument is going to be a 1. So you can see that the second column is gone now. And then let's say we want to delete a specific element. I'm just going to do this here. So let's say A equals B dot array. Let's just do a very similar array. So now we have to name an index variable, and we're going to say, we forgot these outer brackets. So in this index variable, we're going to specify which elements we want to delete and separate them by commas. So actually, we're going to just make this one long list. Still an array, but we're just going to keep it to one row. So let's say we want to delete the third element. Let's do so what should happen is it should delete 4, and then it's going to delete 3, and then it should delete 4, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, 1. Yes. Alright, so next we are going to say new underscore A. We're just going to make a new variable, and that is going to be the one without all those elements in the index. So we got to say A, because that's the name of the array that we're changing, A comma index, and then we're just going to print that. And B, oh, and then we got to make sure we do NumPy, import NumPy as NP for our shortcut. So yeah, it deleted 4, 3, and 4, and it prints the new underscore A. And then the last thing I want to talk about is just some quick sorting with NumPy. So we already have that import NumPy as NP. So let's say we have a bunch of numbers and we want to sort them in ascending order. We're going to say another variable B. Let's just call this a sort, and then this is going to be B np dot sort, and then the name of the array that you want to sort, and then we're just going to print so you can see that it sorted those numbers that we had. Another thing you can do, let's say we have an array, a 2 by 2 array, and we create it using the np.array function. So let's say and then we're going to make one more new variable, and you use this np.sort function once again. But now let's say we have to specify the axis in this third argument, since we want to just sort it all in one line, but we want to consider the numbers in both rows. So we're just going to say C, comma, axis, equals none, and that's just going to tell it to sort all of the numbers in the array, not just a certain row. And there you go. That is it for sorting with NumPy, and if there's anything else you guys would like me to show you how to do using NumPy, comment below and I'll make another video for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video.